All right, this might be a difficult message for some of the people in my audience. I've received dozens of messages. Okay, I mean, listen, it's not hundreds, it's not thousands, but dozens of messages claiming that there really was voter fraud in 2024 and that this time the voter fraud is why Trump won rather than why Trump lost as he claimed in 2020. It's obvious, the people writing to me say. No one believes that turnout really declined so much from 2020. David, it can't be. Clearly, Trump's little secret that he alluded to at one of his final rallies was a plan he had in place to rig and steal the election. Now, I always keep an open mind, and I resisted just dismissing this stuff without looking at it because I want to be sure that I am thorough and convincing here. But I looked, and there is no evidence I was able to find of even reasons to suspect voter fraud as the reason why Trump won. And what I need to communicate, and I say this with peace and love and total humility and flattery, when we start this stuff in 2024, we sound like the Megapotamians from 2020, okay? Trump really lost in 2020, period. I don't feel the need to say anything. He lost in 2020. Trump really won in 2024. Now, stay with me until the end. I know you're already typing a furious YouTube comment. Just stay with me until the end and then start the attacking comments, okay? I will tell you where the real tampering is, but first let me lay this out. Now, I want to clarify. I'm not doing this for any reason other than we don't want to be like them and make bogus claims. And two, if you don't diagnose the problem, you can't possibly fix it. If you become convinced that your car won't start because the alternator isn't working, you won't be able to fix the problem if the real issue is there's simply no gas in the gas tank. You've got to diagnose the problem to be able to fix it. The primary claim that people are writing to me about is that in 2020, Biden got 81 million votes and Trump got 74. And supposedly in 2024, Trump got 74 million votes or something like that, but Harris got only 69 million. And so Harris saw a decline of 12 million votes. That just can't be. There's no way 81 million people voted Biden in 2020 and only 69 million voted Harris in 2024. It must be fraud. The first thing is, a lot of people started claiming this while votes were still being counted. If we just wait a few days, the numbers change. And the latest projection based on the outstanding vote count right now is that we had 155 million total votes in 2020 and close to 155 million total votes in 2024. It is indeed true that Trump had an increase in the number of votes, and it is true that the Democratic candidate had a decrease in the number of votes, but the total decline is expected to be about 0.5% in total vote count from 2020 to 2024. This is not the massive decline that some are claiming would be a huge red flag. Trump support went up about 4.25 million. The Democratic candidate support went down about 5 million. This is not some huge red flag that some are claiming. Now, another claim has been, we have had so many new voters since 2020, and we're supposed to believe that turnout is down. That must be fraud. What you must understand is that since 2020, many states implemented automatic voter registration. Tons of people were automatically registered. It used to be, because you have to choose to register, that if you register, you are more likely to vote than if you are simply automatically registered. It's just not really evidence of fraud. Another claim is that Elon Musk's Starlink satellites may have somehow changed votes. Once again, there is just no evidence of that. I don't even really know how plausible it is, but there is certainly no evidence that it happened. So we simply lost. Kamala Harris was not a good enough candidate to override and supersede a generally negative feeling about the economy, no matter what the data said. The platform should be fixed. Maybe Biden should never have run for re-election. Maybe there should have been a real primary from day one. And lots of people liked what Trump was offering, and there are clueless people. All of those things are true. But we can't start doing like our versions of what they did in 2020. I have an extensive couple of chapters in my book, The Echo Machine. I'm kind of choking here. The Echo Machine, about how we got here and the claims that we are now getting about Trump voter fraud. There's just no evidence for them. Now, what is true is that for 20 years, Republicans have worked to disincentivize people from voting, reducing early voting hours, purging voter rolls, all of those things. It is totally reasonable to believe and to expect that to some degree, Democratic turnout may have been suppressed a little bit by those techniques in critical states. The margins in some of those critical states so extensive that it's hard to believe they would explain Trump's win. I just don't see it. One of our sponsors today is Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Zippix brings you a convenient alternative to smoking and vaping and the vape clouds, the ashtrays, the thing in your lip that people can see. I've seen that around. This is an easier and less messy way to curb the cravings, and you can use Zippix just about anywhere. Zippix is available in 6 flavors with 2 or 3 milligrams strength. The nicotine and the flavor are long lasting, and Zippix has helped countless people kick the bad habits, and they are bad habits. Zippix toothpicks are FDA registered. Their customer service is second to none. It is one of the most cost-effective alternatives. Also, check out their B12 and caffeine toothpicks. See for yourself why so many people have switched to Zippix toothpicks. You can only get Zippix online. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com today. Save 10% with the code PACMAN10 at checkout. Just remember, you must be 21 or older to order. The link is down below.